guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're in a very different setting because I have just filmed my makeup routine, and basically today I just really want to share with you my favourite makeup products, particularly for an acne prone skin. Some of the recommendations that I'm going to go through today have become such firm favourites, almost like holy grails to me now, so I'm really excited to share them with you. And also just to say, yes, with my background of being a naturopathic nutritionist, yes, I'm very aware of like ingredients and things that you put on your skin, but for me there's always been a fine line, particularly when it comes to my makeup and skincare, because at the end of the day a lot of the just natural, like full natural products on the market really break me out, and some of them are really not well suited for an acne prone skin. So for me there is a line that I have to draw there, so just want to preface that now, but I always am trying to find better recommendations and better products where possible. So I feel like I'm definitely getting there when it comes to my face products, so super excited about those. But some of the products you'll see later, like that I use on like my eyes and things, some of them aren't the most natural, okay? I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope there's some new discoveries in here for you, and yeah, with that being said, let's just shut up and let's get straight on into it. So the first product I want to talk about is this bronzer from Say. Now this is one of my firm favourites. This is the Dew Bronze and I use the colour Sand. These are such a find when it comes to acne prone skin. Let me pop this on and I'll talk as we go. The consistency of this bronzer is basically like a gel, I would say, and that's why I really like it, because it feels really lightweight on the skin, and also you'll see in a minute it is an absolute dream to blend. So I just pop this, I mean, quite a lot on my forehead because I do have a larger forehead, so we want to just give that a bit of a bronze. So I apply this basically anywhere where I'd put a bronzer, essentially, because this colour is quite warm. So I definitely want to get another one, but try a bit more of a cooler colour to do it like as a contour. But if I use this as a contour, it just starts to look a bit like muddy and murky. Also, I like to pop a little bit under my jawline, so I like to just carve that out just slightly, and then I just basically just buff and blend it in. But as I'm doing this, just literally watch how it just blends so effortlessly and easy. And what I love about this as well is that because of the formula, like, it's very forgiving and flexible. So I tend to find, like, if you do put a little bit too much on, just keep buffing over it. Oh, my hair is literally getting all caught in that. Just keep buffing over it and it will literally just continue to melt into the skin. So yeah, if you put too much on, it's really forgiving. I use quite a fluffy brush when I apply this because I want the colour to diffuse out because I'm using it as a bronzer. However, if you do want to like get a colour and use it as a contour and you do want more pigment from it, it is very buildable, and if you just switch your brush to something a bit denser, then you can definitely pack more pigment in a certain area. This is like a new thing I've started doing and I really like it. I just feel like it gives your chin so much more, like, I don't know, definition, just makes it a little bit more sharper. And there we go, that is the bronzer, and I just think it's beautiful. And also to say, I'm a really big fan of these cream products. I feel like they don't emphasize texture on the skin. That's something I struggle with the powder products, particularly when my acne was more active, and I had a bit more texture going on. I just feel like the powders used to accentuate it more. So yeah, I'm a really big fan of the creams because I just feel like they kind of, as I keep on saying, melt into the skin lovely, but they look like skin, so I feel like it doesn't draw attention to those areas. It kind of does the opposite. It's kind of, you know, diffusing essentially. Okay, moving on to my next step. Now, just to say, don't judge the order of how I do my makeup. This is not a tutorial. This is just me talking about some of my favourite makeup for an acne prone skin. So after I've done my bronzer, I then actually go in with this eye brightener. Now this is a newer product to my routine. This is from Kosas, and this is their Revealer Extra Bright. Oh my god, guys, if you need to brighten up your under eyes, please give this product a go. I'm going to do it on one side and I will show you the difference, but holy moly, this stuff, it works. So I just pop this just on the inner corner here, like this, and then I just kind of tap it in and then start to gently just buff it out slightly. So that is one eye just with the eye brightener, and I mean, you can see that, I can see in the viewfinder how much that is brighter than this side. I know it looks quite almost white on the camera, but we're going to go in with a concealer on top and then you'll see it all come together. So let me do that on that eye and then we can compare fully. This next concealer that I'm going to use, this is definitely a big holy grail, particularly for acne prone skin. So this is the concealer from Vieve, so Vieve, and this is the Modern Radiance Concealer. I used to swear by the Hourglass concealer, the Hourglass Vanish concealer, but then they changed their formula like all these products seem to do. And then it now has pore cloggers in it. So I was like, oh, I have to find another one. So I came across this Vive one, and I am really, really loving this product. And I use this in lots of different ways. So we'll use it right now for the eye, and then in a minute I'll show you what I do for like the rest of my face with this product. But this is such a gem. So definitely give this a go if you're looking for a concealer and you're acne prone. I dab a little bit of this on, mainly just there, just to kind of blend the colour in. It's still looking maybe a little bit bright, but I am still going to put blush on and everything else, so it'll really come together when I do that. So I'll leave it there. But yeah, if we now compare this side to that side, I mean, is it just me or is it like a huge difference? Because when I look in the mirror, I'm like, huge difference. I'm obsessed with this. I think it's so, so good. Okay, going back to this Vive concealer. So then what I like to do is I like to pop this over my nose. I have always had this approach where I like to focus on the center part of my face, and I feel like that's where a lot of redness is going to go. So I focus on correcting the redness in the center of my face, and I do much less on the other areas. Like the only thing really that I've put here is that bronzer. So yeah, I'm all about a light makeup, and just look at that. I mean, just by doing my nose, I just feel like it's really pulled my face together and even out my skin tone, and that's literally just by correcting the color in, you know, around the nose, which is in the center of the face. And when you look at someone, that's where you look like you're looking towards the center of their face. Okay, my next little tip with this concealer is once I've done my nose, I'll then look at my face and I'll be like, okay, is there any other like redness on the skin, anywhere else that just needs a bit of evening up? What I do is I take the concealer and I just pop it on the back of my hand, only like literally a tiny amount, and then I just take my brush and I don't like put loads of it, I literally just lightly touch it. So, and I kind of even like touch it on my skin just to get a little bit of the excess off. So there's only literally hardly anything on my brush. And I'll take this and I do like a little light dusting over those areas, and like I'll do it on my chin, and just watch this because it will just even out the colour like effortlessly, and just kind of buff it. And there's hardly any product on that at all, but it just gives it a really light dusting and it just evens out the skin. So that is, I don't know whether you can call it a hack, but that is my tip if you need to even out your skin, but you don't want to be putting loads of heavy, thick products or layers on your skin. You want to keep it light, because I think that's the big thing, particularly with acne-prone skin. Like, it is hard finding the right product, and it's so easy to go wrong with that because products can just really overwhelm the skin and contribute to congestion, clogged pores, all that kind of stuff. And I definitely found with my skin along my acne journey, like my skin just likes less. Like, it always does better when I have less on my skin. Even if I use a foundation that was free from pore cloggers, my skin just didn't like it. And also, being realistic, if you are in a stage of your acne where it is like flaring and it is something that you're like, I really need to cover this up, you're also potentially wearing products to cover up on a regular basis. So what you choose to do that with and how you do that is really important. Otherwise, you know, it slowly each day could just be building up and just becoming too suffocating for the skin. So I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I like this because it will just neutralize any redness. And then what you can do is, once you've neutralized the redness on the skin, so you've done your little light dusting, then you can go in with your concealer. So let's do this right now, because I actually have a little mark on my chin from a spot. Then you can go in. So this is my only like downside with this concealer. I hate the applicator and packaging. The applicator actually isn't bad, it's the packaging. Like, so much product comes out on the whatever this is called, and I just feel like you're then having to scrape it off, and then it gets super messy around the top. So that's my only con with this. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, is then you can go in and actually spot conceal. So once you've evened out the redness, then if there's any blemishes, like for example this one is still peeking through, I just take a little bit and spot conceal, and then just buff that in on top, and it will completely cover it up. So that's always been my method. So this concealer is amazing, honestly. Like, it's so flexible, and also has really good coverage, and that's the most important thing. And I forgot to say as well, like, it lasts and it stays really well. Like, it's not one that you put on and it's just slid off your face like halfway through the day. Like, it really does have a good lasting power. So now let's really put it together and put on the blush. And this is one of my favorite products. This is like the step that I look forward to the most, and this is such a firm fave when it comes to like acne prone recommendations. Okay, so for blush, these are the Say Dew blush. So very similar to the Dew bronzer that I used earlier, but just the blush version. These, oh my god, chef's kiss. These are so good. I mean, honestly, it's pretty much the exact same formula as the bronzer, but it's just blusher. So all of the stuff I said and loved about the bronzer apply to these as well. But yeah, I just love these because you can get all the different colors, and I just think it's just so fun because each day now I'm like, oh, what color do I feel like today? So for today, I'm going to go with this shade here. So this is the color Chili. I've just been gravitating a lot to this recently. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a little dot on each side. Where I say a little dot, kind of like a swipe. And then we watch the magic happen as this just blends out like an absolute dream. Oh my god, it is just so pretty. Look at that. I really hope this is coming through on camera because honestly, it just looks so beautiful on the skin. And again, just like the bronzer, because it's literally the same formula, but it just sits so beautifully on the skin. It doesn't emphasize any texture. And also they're not like greasy and oily on the skin either. So they just leave this kind of healthy, like dewy glow, but not in a greasy way. Like it really is that just healthy skin kind of finish. Oh, they're just so good. Please give them a go. I've been liking quite a subtle blush recently, so I've just been putting that little bit on, but just for like the purpose of the video, let me just put a little bit more on each side just to show you can also build it up. I have to say, most days I'm definitely not doing my makeup to this extent. I would say the majority of the time, like my go-to product definitely is this blush. Like, you know, when you just wake up, you look in the mirror and you're just literally like, I look a bit dead. I just need some life in me. One of these blushes will sort you out. I love just swiping a little bit of this on the cheeks, just blend it out, and because it looks so natural, it just looks like you're like naturally flushing. Like, it's just so gorgeous and it just brings life into the skin. Okay, and then the last like skin-based product, now this is very left field, okay, but this is what I use as like my setting powder essentially, and this is actually a dry shampoo. So I bet you weren't expecting me to say that. So basically this is from the company Fierce Nature. Fierce Nature is an all-natural skincare and makeup line, and I was actually at an event for this brand and the founder was there and she was just talking through the products, and she just basically chucked out this like random comment that she used the dry shampoo as a setting powder because she was talking about the fact she lived in Dubai. And I just like latched onto that and I was like, that's really interesting, I'm going to look into that. And yeah, this product is basically just 2 ingredients. It's arrowroot powder and kaolin clay. And yeah, I've been using this as a setting powder and it works really well. Now, I don't apply this all over my skin because kaolin clay, it can be fine on acne prone skin, but I have seen definitely with certain clients and in the past, it's not for everyone. Sometimes I find it can contribute to congestion in people if they're using quite a lot of it and quite repetitively. So I don't recommend kind of plastering the whole face in this, but if you are looking for a setting powder just to like, so for example, what I do with it, let me show you. If you're just looking for something just to set the under eye area, maybe just like a T-zone, this is a really cool option, like a new discovery. So I'll pop a tiny bit in my hand, I mean that's probably far more than I need, and I'll again just lightly touch it, like not much at all, tap off the excess, and I just give it a light dusting just under my eye there, just to help set that. Just go over my nose because I tend to find if anything's going to go oily on my face, it tends to be my nose. And what I've found with this powder as well is that it doesn't bunch up on my face during the day. So when my oil does start to get produced on my nose, you know, when your concealer and things can start to separate and they start to bunch, I find that this product doesn't do that. So yeah, I really like it for that nose area. So that is everything for my base. So in terms of like acne prone recommendations, everything up until now, they are definitely my recommendations. From here, I'm just going to do my eyebrows, eyes and my lips. So if you're interested to know what I use for those, I'll quickly go through that now, but I'll do this a lot quicker than the first half of the video. So in terms of eyebrows, I don't really do too much to them. I just like to fill in the outer corner. So for that, I am currently using the Anastasia, however you say it, Anastasia Beverly Hills, whatever it is, Dip Brow Pomade. I do definitely want to try and find a better like product, like something a bit more natural with better ingredients. but the key thing is obviously finding something that also does work and doesn't just slip off your eyebrow halfway through the day. So if you do have any good recommendations for that, please let me know. And for an eyebrow gel, I'm using the Kosas Air Brow. But yeah, I'm really liking this Kosas brand at the moment, so I want to check out what some of their other eye products are like. If you've tried any, let me know. Okay, so next for eyes, I absolutely love like eye crayons. I just think they're so easy and they always look good, like they're almost like foolproof. So at the moment I've been using this Laura Mercier one in sepia, which is the caviar stick eye colour, sorry, sepia is the colour, and then on the lid I've been using this Charlotte Tilbury Colour Chameleon Pillow Talk. I got both of these like in an advent calendar at Christmas, but I do want to find again better recommendations for this, so I'm going to check out some other brands. I've just been using these for the time being, and I definitely am not using these regularly. Like this is like a twice a month type of situation that I'm really putting this kind of stuff on. So I just whack that into the crease and then just blend that out with my finger. I mean, look how easy that was. And then I take the Charlotte Tilbury Colour Chameleon in Pillow Talk. This is kind of like a pinky, like rosy colour, but with like a slight shimmer. And just take my finger and just blend where like the crease and that meets. And then I like to just like thicken up my lash line a little bit, so I apply a tiny bit of eyeliner. So this is the Rare Beauty Matte Liquid Liner in Perfect Strokes, it's the black one. And I just take this and I do a really just thin line along my lash line. Honestly, I'm really not that precious about it, so that'll be fine. Okay, and then for mascara, I love this mascara. This is my go-to like everyday mascara, and this is from Green People. So Green People is like another organic skincare line. It's predominantly skincare, but they have a few makeup bits. And yeah, I love this mascara, and it's a brown one. That's the key here. I don't like wearing black mascara because I find that when I wear black mascara, it's too harsh on my face and then it pulls out any like darkness, particularly around the eyes. But yeah, just to say, this is the volumizing one. Okay, there we go. And I also only put mascara on my top lashes. I never put mascara on my bottom lashes because I just feel like it doesn't suit me, honestly. Like when I put mascara on my bottom lashes, I just feel like it's like too dark and it drags my eye down, so I just like to put it on the top and just keep everything lifted, do you know what I mean? Okay, and then we're coming to our final step, which is lips. So I'm just going to pop a lip liner on first. I really want to get the RMS Beauty, I believe they've got some lip liners, and I really want to try their lip liners. I've heard some really good things, and also it's a much better brand. It's much more natural and really good ingredients, etc. So I really want to try the RMS lip liner, and also Kosas is another one that I'd love to try. The one that I'm using today is the opposite end of the spectrum. Nothing good about the ingredients in this at all. So this is the NYX lip liner in cans. Shade that in. And then on top, I'm going to put this lip oil from Summer Fridays in Pink Cloud. I just love the colour of this. I love these like more brighter pinky kind of toned lip glosses or balms. I think they're also so nice just on bare lips. Again, it just like gives some life to you, do you know what I mean? I love it. Okay, and then let's take the clips down. Okay, so that is my makeup routine. That is it, all done. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up to let me know, and also it does support the channel so much. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see more from me, also don't forget to click the subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so you definitely don't miss any future videos. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you are well, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.